Hello, I'm Papsy Paps, welcome back, and now we're going to be speaking about something very but really interesting. And that's healthy relationships. And speaking about healthy, have you tried your orange healthy juice? Okay, it's time for me at least to have some tasty. So what we're gonna be speaking about is we're gonna have like a little chronometer or like a meter. That's better, let's say it like this. We're gonna be measuring our relationships. Yeah, have your relationship last 3 months, then you have like secure disclosure and it ends up, and after you give it a little time and it comes back, and then you have 2 months and that's the way it goes. You might try to check some of the aspects of this relationship. Let's start by part 1. We're gonna be asking questions to ourselves because we need to give answers. First of them is, here are some tips, okay? Question number 1. Are you the communicative person in the relationship? I mean, in any sort of way. And I don't mean WhatsApp, Instagram, or Messenger, or Facebook. Let's be real and honest. Technology has made us individuals communicate in a very slow and I will say lame way. The best way to communicate is, face to face. It's like having a chat, having a talk, having coffee, perhaps a meal. We'll set the time to have conversation so you and your partner could communicate. So in order to have a healthy relationship, it's super necessary communication. That's number 1. Are you communicating enough in your relationship, in your actual relationship? Say yeah or no. So if you're the no, we're gonna have some tips for you. If you're not communicating, then be honest. Start asking questions. Okay, you have to start asking questions. Stop assuming everything like, oh, I will do this. Of course, my boyfriend will do that. No. Please communicate and let your boyfriend know that you need him to do that in order so that there be a peace of mind in the relationship. So communicate. If you're upset, for example, stop doing this. I see this every time. Like, I'm upset, so I'm not gonna let you know that I'm upset. I'm gonna act weird or do any kind of stuff instead of saying, hey, I'm upset because of this and we have to fix it. Okay, so that's one of the quick tips for you to start communicating. Don't make your partner try to figure out what's up with you. Okay, you have to talk through every situation and problems. That will build trust. That's key in relationships. Trust. You have to trust your partner in order, to be yourself, open yourself. So communicate and trust. Third, and that should be the first part, love yourself. That's why you're just like going into a relationship, going back to ex. Yeah, the ex. We're gonna speak that in some other chapters about the exes. Okay, you go back to the ex, and then you're like, what am I doing in this again? And then you quit, and then you move on, and then you move on to somebody else. But you are not, how can I say this? You are not full. You are not in your own. You are like spaced out. You have to have a selfie time, like a me time, like to figure out what's wrong, and not because something is wrong in you. I mean, figure out how are your emotions. Are they okay to like start a relationship right away, or do you need some time? That's fair enough. So love yourself. That means that you're gonna take a time to examine yourself before going into a relationship. Okay, so you start being comfortable with yourself. That's tip number 3 for loving yourself. That means that you are gonna have, if you're happy, you're gonna end up having a happy relationship because you're gonna be providing your part. Do you get me? You're not gonna be like, I need somebody to make me happy. No, I'm happy. So I'm happy with myself. My partner will go into a relationship with the other part, complete part. It's not like a separated or piece up part. You get me? So that's the 3 things you have to have in mind: communicate, trust, love yourself. Number 4, be honest. Okay, there are things that you must say now. Don't wait like, it just happened now, it will never happen again situations. No, so I'm not gonna say anything. No, you should speak, you should say, you should communicate. So be honest, be truthful with each other according to what you feel, what you think. If you see something is going wrong, you're not feeling comfortable with something in the relationship, you must be honest about it. Okay, because honesty will create what we just speak about. Honesty will create trust. So that's some of the 4 things we have to get in mind to be able to have a healthy relationship and to keep that relationship on. So we're speaking about 4 now. Number 5, give each other space. So when we speak about space, it's not like I'm in the living room, honey, so you can't come, bye bye. I don't mean that by any farther way. I mean space is like, maybe you feel like reading, but your partner don't feel like reading. He feel like going out to have a swim, or going out to have a bike, or biking, or running. I don't know what are your leisure times. So whatever activity you do on your leisure time, you're not supposed to think that you have to include your partner. It's not like that. Maybe you have things in common and maybe no, but there's this space space between each other. It's okay to have, let him have his time and you take your time, and that be great. So that's tip number 5. Couples, couple time is great, but spending all your time together is not. So that's what we were speaking about, having space. That's number 5. Few things harm a relation more than lies. That's be honest. Okay, we were 5. Honest, that was number 4. So now we're gonna go to agree to disagree. You get that? That's the number 6. Agree to disagree. So you have to agree to disagree. Okay, let's explain it. I wrote here some of things. You're not always going to see eye to eye, and that's okay. You understand? So the important thing is to respect each other, opinion and ideas. So you're an individual with your own ideas, with your individuality, what makes you who you are. So there are some things that you're gonna disagree, so you must respect to other opinion and your own opinion as well. So the 2 opinions will have value. At time of making decisions, then you will have to see what's the best for both. Okay, having that in mind, we'll go to number 7 again. Number 7 is forgive each other. Forgive, ask for forgiveness. Okay, forgive and ask for forgiveness. We're sometimes like very proud, like I didn't make the mistake, so I'm not gonna tell him nothing. He have to look for me. I'm not gonna look for him, okay? I know that is like 100% true. It happens. So, but it's not about being humble. It's about forgiving. You know what's forgiving? It's like something that you release. When you forgive, you feel free. You like feel freedom inside. So it's important to open your heart to forgiveness, and also you should ask for forgiveness when you see that like you have done something. So everybody makes mistakes. Be willing to apologize and try your best next time. Okay, so forgive and ask for forgiveness. Number 8, accept each other. When your partner does something great, tell them. So your partner should be the same for you. So you should support each other. Support that will build create a healthy relationship, when you support each other and you have your back, and not only your back but you have his back and he has your back. That's way better. That's way better. That's why the Bible say that it's better to, because if one falls down, then the other one will pick him up. It's better two at work, because that's what happened. You will be supporting each other in all aspects. Okay, so this part I should save it for the next video, but I will give you an extra yeah, an extra tip. Being into a healthy relationship means that you have to be a whole. What I mean with this, like, you have to be a whole, like I'm a whole, okay? Like, but sometimes we are broken, okay, inside. We are broken inside and we don't want anybody else to know about it because it's our trouble, okay? I understand that, but what about fixing it? You don't have to expect somebody else to come in your life so that you could be fixed. That's not the way it works. You should fix it. You should fix it, because that's not gonna be fair to the other person, because the other person also have troubles, so you have troubles. But it's kind of you have to look inside yourself and try to see how can you improve, you know. Don't give yourself broken. Don't start relationships this way if you need time for yourself to, like, be alone with no relationship at all. That's the best I could say, that you should take your time and think about the things what went wrong in the last relationship and what you don't want to repeat, and what you don't want to see again happen into your new relationship you will try to get into. So those are some of the tips, and I hope you had a great time here speaking about relationship. This is all I can say, because time is just very fast. So this is the first part. I guess we're gonna have a second part, but thanks for joining, and if you have any question at all, please leave it in the comments. So see you in the next Babsy Babs. Thank you for being here.